The Rubik's Cube is one of the world's most recognizable and lasting puzzles. The process of working through a brain teaser can leave us feeling both challenged and accomplished. The name Rubik's Cube has come to be universally associated with 3D puzzles thanks to the puzzle's widespread popularity. Nothing can endure for that long without undergoing some sort of transformation. In the case of Rubik's Cube, these modifications took the form of different cube designs. In this video, we'll talk about the most difficult Rubik's Cube to solve. History of Rubik's Cube. Erno Rubik, a Hungarian design teacher and puzzle enthusiast, put together his first cube puzzle in 1974. He called it the Magic Cube. After a toy agent told Ideal Toy Novelty Company about the puzzle, the company renamed it Rubik's Cube and started selling it in 1980. Erno had no idea that it would become a huge hit around the world. At first, the media spread that Rubik made the cube to help students learn about three-dimensional objects. However, Rubik himself later said that he set out to make a puzzle based on geometry. The 27 tiny cubes called cubbies made a puzzle that was very hard to solve. When put together, they made a square, and each had one of 6 colors. Rubik's challenge was to come up with a way for the cubes to slide and turn next to each other while maintaining the shape of a cube. Once you start getting it right, it's amazing to see how the different colored blocks fall into place as if by magic. Even though many years have passed and many ways to solve it have been found, the cube is still just as remarkable as it was when it was first made. Top 12 Most Difficult Rubik's Cubes. What makes a puzzle hard to solve? People seem to think that the bigger or more pieces a puzzle has, the harder it is to solve. When there are more pieces, it takes longer to put the puzzle together, but it doesn't get harder. Things that make a twisty puzzle harder are shape-shifting and jumbling where moves get blocked. The standard Rubik's Cube isn't enough for puzzle fans. For this purpose, we are listing these extraordinary Rubik's Cubes. So, let's get started with our list of the top 12 most difficult Rubik's Cube. 1. Roulette Wheel IK Rubik's Cube. Are you ready to exercise both your left and right brain? This Rubik's Cube with the roulette wheel will be the most difficult challenge you face on your journey to solve cubes. There is a surface with 6 different colors, and there are 6 roulette wheels with numbers on them. To solve this cube, you may need to start by matching the colors and sequence numbers on each roulette and then move on to matching the colors on each surface. 2. 12-sided Terraminx Rubik's Cube. It's thought to be one of the most difficult Rubik's Cubes to solve. This huge puzzle with 12 sides is not for the weak-hearted. It has 7 layers that massage your brain cells. This badass puzzle is one of the hardest Rubik's Cubes you can get your hands on. It comes pre-oiled, so it works well. It is made up of more than 1,200 stickers and 975 separate parts. Jason Smith made plans, and it took about 75 hours to build. For a beginner, it might take a lot longer than that to figure out how to solve it. 3. Pot-shaped Rubik's Cube. The Megaminx Speed Cube throws away the idea of a regular 2x2 or 3x3 cube. It looks tough and is even tougher to solve. Feeling too good about yourself after you solved that simple 3x3 Rubik's Cube? Try this Megaminx Speed Cube puzzle, which could make you pull your hair out of frustration. It's marketed as challenging and fun, but many people might not agree with that last part. Unless you think it's fun to be very challenged and frustrated by how bad you are at something, of course. 4. Gearball Braun Teaser Rubik's Cube. The Gearball Braun Teaser is one of the most interesting and difficult Rubik's Cubes out there. You can also watch the wheels turn as you try to solve it. It is both fun and hard at the same time. Circular Rubik's Cube will give the puzzle lover in you the challenge of a lifetime. The cube is different from other cubes because it's not a cube. Instead, it's a colorful structure that looks like a ball. This cube will also look good on your work desk, which is another reason to get it. 5. V-Cube Sudoku Rubik's Cube. This update to Erno Rubik's famous puzzle combines the cube with another challenging cube-shaped puzzle called Sudoku. Here's where this clever mix of the Sudoku puzzle and the Rubik's Cube emerges. The V-Cube, Sudoku-themed 3x3x3 rotational speed cube, is the best way to combine these two popular puzzles. It will test you in many ways and is sure to be a good challenge for anyone who likes Sudoku or Rubik's Cube. This will make your mind and patience go crazy. A great gift for people who like to play with Rubik's Cubes and Sudoku. Both adults and children will love this little gift. 6. Maze Puzzle Rubik's Cube. The skill games in the V-Cube line are made in a way that is unique. They are mechanical cube puzzles in 3 dimensions that turn easily on the 3 axes of the coordinate system. The V-Cube collection was created in 2008. The technology made it possible for the first 6x6x6 and 7x7x7 cubes to be made. The V-Cube 3 Maze Cube is one of the most interesting versions of Erno's original cube. It has 75 different designs and should be a good challenge for anyone who has already solved a Rubik's Cube. It looks great and would be an interesting addition to a collection of Rubik's Cubes. Fairly speaking, if you can solve the original Rubik's Cube, this one shouldn't be too hard either. It will just take you longer. Still, you won't be able to quickly solve this problem anytime soon. 7. Ghost Rubik's Cube. The so-called Ghost Cube is another interesting version of the Rubik's Cube. This version of the classic Rubik's Cube is a cube that changes shape and will drive you crazy. It was made by Adam G. Cowan in 2008, and most people agree that it is one of the most difficult 3x3x3 Rubik's Cubes. If you want a real challenge, this one might be just what you're looking for. This only black and white Rubik's Cube will help you get in touch with the darker side of your mind. 8. Quadruple Rubik's Cube. Among the many variants of the classic Rubik's Cube, the quadruple cube is one of the most interesting. It's like 4 mini cubes in one, and it's a fun alternative to one of the most popular puzzles ever. This cube is not only hard to solve, but it also looks interesting. This amazing piece of plastic engineering will push your mind to its limits. It is also called the Stairwell Rubik's Cube because it looks like a staircase and can make anyone confused. Whether you're able to solve it or not, the cube's strange structure is sure to make you smile every time you try to solve it. 9. Monster 13x13 Magic Cube. Are you up for an impossible task? How about solving a Rubik's Cube that is 13x13x13 and is one of a kind? Monster 13x13 Magic Cube or Cube or Speed Magic Cube gives you a chance to get your sluggish nerves back on track and feel on top of the world. The Cube or Speed Magic Cube takes the idea of Erno Rubik to a whole new level. It's pretty scary to look at and even scarier to try to solve. Considering how big it is, this will keep even the most dedicated Rubik's Cube fan busy for hours, if not years. 10. Windmill Rubik's Cube. If you want to try this one, you are a very brave Rubik's Cuber. We all know that a person's appearance can be deceiving, but did you know that Rubik's Cube is the same way? Well, Windmill Rubik's Cube might look like a normal 3x3 cube, but it isn't. It can be solved in 2 different ways that look good. The strange IQ Rubik's Cube is said to be a big step forward from the old game. If you have trouble with the first one, you might want to give this one a little time. 11. Master Morphix Rubik's Cube. The standard Master Morphix puzzle is very hard, which is why it is on our list of the hardest twisty puzzles. It is a 33 Rubik's Cube with a different shape that is much harder to solve. The centers need to be in the right place, but edge pieces can be put in the wrong place and still look like they belong. As you move up through the Master Morphix puzzles, they get a lot harder. The 66 Master Morphix, which is one of the largest mass-produced versions, is another reason why this puzzle is so hard. And of course, it's hard to tell what it is once it's all mixed up. 12. 3x3x3 Magic Rubik's Cube. The moving puzzle that is Dreidel's Magic IQ Bridge was designed by the brilliant Christopher Nolan. Due to the fact that it contains another cube within a cube, the cube is without a doubt one of the Rubik's Cubes that is the most difficult to solve. The challenge is not for those who are easily intimidated because the magic has the potential to make you enchanted. Honorable mention. Braille Rubik's Cube. Since it is only fair that everyone has a chance to experience the challenge of solving a Rubik's Cube, the concept should be made accessible to people with visual impairments. For this purpose, the Braille Cube really shines. This cube is a great leveler puzzle because it was made with the blind in mind. A person's inability to see should no longer prevent them from attempting this age-old challenge. Bottom line, the list doesn't end there. Additional variants of the Rubik's Cube exist, each of which is significantly more challenging to solve than the original. These 12 are, however, the best of the best. Due to its increasing popularity, many cube-solving speed competitions have been held all over the world, with many new world records being set. So, if you are a puzzle maniac, you can challenge yourself with new and advanced Rubik's Cubes. That's all for today. If you want more videos, say it in the comments section, and don't forget to subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video.